Hello friends, Namaste, Namaskar. You're watching Investors Time and this is Sahavir. So I should actually say, it has been a pretty long time and there are some reasons for that and why I'm not actually publishing any video. But let me start this video with Happy Teachers Day. It's not just to teachers but to every friend, to mother, to father, to sisters, to the brothers, and to the mainly to the critics and to the naysayers, like what you call that, no sayers or naysayers. So everyone who says no, it is not possible by you, or whoever pokes at you that you're just born in Karimnagar and it's not possible, for all those naysayers as well, let's say Happy Teachers Day. And I want to show you some more things as well. And since we are on a Teachers Day celebrations, and I didn't wanted to actually talk about a company, but I wanted to say about one single clipping and what we can actually learn from one single chart. That is what I just wanted to say. And it's not just about that, but I should also say to all those people who actually work for a betterment for themselves, to all those people who actually think every day, every night before the sleep, who think for a better day, better tomorrow, who feel like there has to be some enhancement in life. For all those people, please always tell to yourselves Happy Teachers Day, because you have been your own teacher and you have contributed a lot to your own development. And with that, I have got a random picture from Telegram channels. I myself have a Telegram channel which is called as Investors Times, and there are many reasons which I actually took up the Telegram channel, but that we will do in the last part. So in a Telegram channel, I got this random picture saying that the high risk and high reward trade. So we will not concentrate on that, the high risk, high reward, which is like, where is the risk entry and all, but just hold on to me for 2 minutes and then we will come to this high risk, high reward trade. But let me start with the first, novice traders who actually get into the stock markets. What they usually do is that whenever stock falls by 10% or 5%, they feel like it has fallen already by 5%, 10%. So let me pick, maybe it will rise by 3% or 5%. I can get in that. Or some people are there who actually feel like the stock has already fallen by 30%. How much can it go further? So whenever there is a fall, they usually come with their own phenomenon and they try to enter. And there are also bottom fish people who try to do the bottom fishing, bottom stock pickers, and they try to outsmart the already experienced people. They always come and they feel they'll learn some price action, wherein in this you can say there is a hammer, good hammer forming, and there has been after a spinning top there has been a confirmation candle as well. And there are some people also, like who will say like, okay, I can actually pick the stock, maybe I'm getting a low risk trade, and they're getting at the bottom price, and they feel like I'll get in for a long term. That is what some people will do at these points. There are even some people who will find at every, like if two lows have formed, they will see a divergence in it. They'll keep a RSI, they'll keep a MACD, or even with the volume probability test, they'll have the two volumes on the sides and they'll see what is the probability between the volumes of both. So they'll do many things to find where is the bottom fish. So like they keep on searching for a bottom fish, and there is some psychological factor why people usually look for a bottom fishing, is that they want that high returns kind of factor. They feel like what is the rate of return that the first thing, the rate of return has to be for your efforts. Whatever efforts you put around the stock market or for yourself, on that the rate of return has to be there, not on the stock market, stock prices itself. So firstly is that, like if at all you're very new, the first lesson that we have to learn on this day is that, let me not outsmart on the beginning days. Let me just lean back and just see what is happening. Go with the minimum portfolio size of whatever you have, like 2% or something, whatever portfolio you have. Suppose you have having 10 lakhs, you can only give about 2% of it, like 2000 rupees of 1 lakh. So you just give me 2%, or even go with 5% as well, whatever it is there. Go with the least portfolio size. Then you feel like, okay, chalo, let me see what will happen if at all I enter in this thing. That is the main thing which we can actually take. So what usually happens if you take these kind of bottom prices is that you will be called as a greedy fellow. Why? For simple reason, and that is where most of the retailers who come as the new people, they actually look only at the bottom fish. They say, I want stock less than 100 rupees, I want stock face value of 10 rupees. They come with different concepts where they'll start comparing PE ratios. If it is so simple, guys, do you think, the biggies or the smart money, they could have thought the same thing, right? If something has come, there must be, a second thought if it is right or not. So if at all we are doing bottom fishing with any kind of concepts which you have already learned so far, then you will be called as a greedy persons, wherein we'll say, these are the retailers who get trapped easily. So for suppose in the third one, which if you had taken, you would have got, you might say, no, I'll not enter at the first and second because I'm not that stupid, but I'll enter at the third point. But trust me, if at all you even saw the simple Dow theory, every time there was a fall, there will be a rise. So that rise will be for a particular point, and there the actual decision will be taken if it has to go down or if it has to come up. So if at all you're taking, let it be the third or fourth or fifth, whatever it is there, as per the Dow theory, which is the simplest and the first initial concepts which have been developed around the stock markets, then we are actually doing the wrong things, and there we are called as greedy persons. So let us see the second part, where there are some breakout traders. They look for a breakout or something around these points. Like whenever it touches, they have, from the first two lows, from the two lower highs, you have already formed one trend line, and at those points they try to catch the stock. This is fine. I mean, this is a high risk, high reward trade. Why it is called as high risk is that there is a probability that the stock can go down as well. So usually, and we are not here to talk such a simple terms. Why I'm here is that if at all you are a bottom fisher, you should know what is your stop loss. And if at all you're taking as a breakout trader, all of a sudden after taking it a breakout, you're not supposed to become a long-term trader. The psychological behind every novice trader is that they'll get into a stock. If at all you are in loss, you will consider yourself as long-term trader, and whenever the stock has gone up by 5% or 10%, then you will get panicked to sell. So you'll fear that the profits will be lost, and then you will consider yourself as a short-term trader, and then you will come out of it. So whenever you come as a bottom fisher or a breakout trader, the most important lesson of this video is that you have to know what you're playing with. Maybe our portfolio will be having some 10-15 stocks. For every stock, you should note down what is the reason that you are entering in. Are you looking at EMA 21 and entering, or you are looking at super trend breakout, or what you are entering? Accordingly you have to write. And even the time frame, you have to note at what time frame. Sometimes even with me it happens, I see a weekly chart, I enter the stock weekly chart. Usually the stock might even fall by 15-20%, right? I'll see the weekly chart, but all of a sudden after 2-3 weeks, or like after 2 months, I'll see the daily chart and I'll say, why did I take this? So for that reason, you'll always have to note why you actually took the trade. So if at all you are a breakout trader, you have to watch out for the loss of momentum, or if the stock is losing its strength, and if it is starting to fall accordingly. You're not supposed to say, okay, you should not increase your risk. As this picture says, you should not say like, I'll increase my risk and I'll keep in the previous low as my lowest point, and you should not increase. Now you have come as a breakout trader expecting that the stock will burst and go into the skies. For that reason, you have to keep your stop losses very tight. That is so simple. So these breakout traders has high chances, like their reward will be high for sure, but if at all you are not playing well, your risk also will be high, and for that reason this is called as high risk, high reward trade. Breakout traders, I mean, for these things, to instill inside you, you are supposed to learn the emotional balance which is happening for every candle in the stock market. Then only you can actually play into that. So, and if at all you are entering as a bottom fisher, you have to know how you should exit as well. So you might have heard the most simplest statement in the financial markets circulating around you: plan your trade and trade your plan, which simply says that before entering a trade, you should have a plan your trade. Then after planning, you have to trade your plan. So whatever you have planned, you have to trade. And what is a plan here? If that statement, which is like plan your trade your plan, it's actually beautiful, that even I accept. But what is that planning? Planning doesn't mean picking a stock. You are entering a buy order with a market order or limit order. That is not a plan. Plan is like why you are entering the stock, where your stop loss has to be there, how much risk you are putting in, how much is the position sizing, how much of percentage of portfolio that you have to enter. Those are the things which you have to actually plan. And after entering the stock, now you don't change your stop loss according to your profits. Once it there are many times we have talked about Balaji Amines at 450, 490. The stock went up to almost 650. Then I said, you can just remove some of your profits. The stock will fall back at 580 or something. We will pick the stock again. The thing is that some people will, after 10% movement only, they'll come out and they'll say, I just got feared out of losing profits. And some people will not even lose their thing. So they'll stay at 650. It comes to 560. Then again it goes to 900. Then they'll say, I couldn't do that. So what I feel is like, you should have a plan before you actually take a trade, and when it actually does, accordingly you are supposed to do. There are some times when, our plan doesn't work just like that. But it's simple in life. You just keep on doing. You don't talk. You just keep on doing. Whenever you get some obstacle, you take either left or right, but you keep moving forward. That is what we usually do. You just have to march forward. If you get some obstacle, take a left. If left is struck, then you have to take a right. Then you take a right, again march forward. You get an obstacle, take left or right. Then you just keep marching forward. That is what we are supposed to do. In the same thing, even in the your plan of trade, if at all you got some obstacle, accordingly you can actually change your plans a little bit here and there, but you have to execute whatever you have planned initially. So there are some things which we actually do from the investors times. We always have our own entry, because out of these 4 years in the living in the stock market, I am not much into teaching or showing off all these things. I don't have a huge Instagram or a Telegram or a YouTube videos. I mostly believe in executing my own orders by myself, instead of making. I can't make a multi-bagger video every week or every month. We rarely get a multi-bagger one. I have created a team. They are still working. It will take 6 more months for them to actually practice and find a good stock. I'm going to my ship, which will take again 6 months to sail. So I have some set of plans. That might take about 1 year. But I'm feeling this. If the stock market is about to stay for the next 100 years, and if I'm about to live for next 30 years or 40 years, I feel like I have to live longer. So for that reason, I'm going very slow in the stock markets. But according to us, I feel we should take the lowest risk possible, but probability of winning ratio has to be high. And that is where, if you get into my Telegram channel as well, you can actually see I do backtesting through AmiBroker. I create the same backtested results. I see in Excel sheet what will be the returns in terms of number of days. So I do some gimmicks here and there, trying to find the best probable one. And with this, I think, I have shown here where will be our investors times entry as well, so that I'm not talking here about, why I take here or how much is my risk and everything. But in short, I just wanted, as a, for whoever is following me through a Telegram channel and YouTube channel, I just wanted to guide them in one or the other way. I might be joining ship in USA by September 10th or something. So I felt like, before going, I'm supposed to do some video for that reason. Once again, happy Teachers Day, and thank you for being a part of my family and watching each and every video. Let it be 100 views or 50 views, I don't mind. But whoever is there, even if it is a shorter people, if you're closer enough for me, that is enough for me to actually stay happy. So happy Teachers Day, and stay healthy, stay investing.